The cheapest M4 competition in the country. This car has had so much attention online. Everyone seems to love the story behind this car. So I bought it for a subscriber. It was cheap, but it did have a lot of issues with it. We've got it here to VRS, currently at VRS in Northampton. Shout out to them. I'll link them in the description below. Do you know what? To be fair, everything that we knew was wrong with this car was wrong with it, and we didn't actually find anything more wrong with it. There was an issue or a big question mark over the mileage, but we can't find any issues with the mileage. Since filming the inspection video here at VRS, we're fast forwarded now a few weeks and we've had a lot more done to the car. And in today's video, we're going to be getting the car tuned. We're also going to be visiting some of the bodywork issues and then speaking to Will, of course, about all of the issues or hurdles that he's had getting it to where it is today. So, Will, back with another absolute gem. We've done a lot of content on this car already, haven't we? So everyone's up to scratch with the horror story behind this car.
Yeah, unknown mileage, this, that and the other, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
So.
But it's a stage 3 tuned car, yeah? I say stage 3 tuned, it's a stage 3 setup, essentially.
The hybrids are unknown.
Yeah.
So I already know what power it makes. So they're not, and it's conservative where we're at with it anyway, because it's a giveaway car. So I've kind of tuned it so that it's good for 95 on fuel if someone was to win it and put it in.
That's good.
Not ideal.
Yeah, you wouldn't normally do that, would you?
Don't want anyone to do that, but obviously every car you give away, it's all unknown who's going to get it. 99% of cars that get given away, people not necessarily can't afford to buy one. No, they win it, and then what happens is they don't know all the ins and outs and everything, all the right information. So we sort of tune it safe, which is always the best way to do it. So, and then if somebody wants to take it up a bit further, they can. Obviously when we got the car, couldn't drive it properly to see what it was like. Had loads of light issues.
It wasn't driving straight.
Starting issues, the steering wheels on the tyres, we won't talk about that because we didn't know.
The tyres
put it on the ramp after we drove it.
Forgot about the tyres, they were bad. Because it had the wrong wheels on it as well. So
it had the normal M4 wheels, not the comp wheels. Had a wheel on the near side, the bearing was hanging off. Yeah. Steering arm had that little bend. And the splitter missing and a canyard or whatever you want to call it, the carbon bit missing.
The carbon bit. By the way, Carbon Factory. They're in Northampton.
Yes.
Big shout out to them. I'll link them below.
Honestly, that's genuine, looks like genuine carbon stuff.
It looks
really
like
nice.
Really nice.
It's really nice. One of the subscribers, I don't know his name, but he sent you a gear knob straight direct to us. So I was really kind, and it works perfectly. So
that's perfect, because we had subscribers reach out with so many different things. We had obviously the gear knob and the wheels as well.
Yeah, and so, I think what you told me you paid for them was a bargain because they had I think the Pilot Sport 4S's or whatever on them.
Yeah,
and
got a good set of tyres.
So nice on, and they're all mint.
And do you know what? That is exactly not only what this car needs, but also what I wanted to get for this car. I didn't want to go and get some aftermarket wheels. I wanted it looking
great tyres on them and everything. When they turned up, I was like, oh, I wouldn't mind a decent marker. Like, Carl, do you want some normal and free?
Yeah.
No. So anyway, yeah, they're lovely. They're all on there. Drives lovely. We did the bearing, I think I said, and steering arm. Had it full aligned. Up at Tyres Northampton. Those guys love you up there, by the way.
Oh, dude, yeah. Wow, that's wicked.
One of the guys up there's lad watches your channel and stuff.
Really?
So yeah, they were pleased to do that.
Oh, shout out to them.
They did that. And then what else did we do? We took the bumper off to have a look at the parking sensors because it had a parking distance fault.
Oh, of course it did, yeah.
One had like a green plug and terminals which we cleaned up and that worked again. But the sensor on that end is dead. I think it needs a new one. There was no point in me fitting one because that one, I think that the bracket and stuff sort of glued on there. Yeah. So maybe from an incident of some sort, I'm not sure. But that's going to need rectifying with a new sensor and it will need painting. Of course. So obviously it's got to go body shop anyway. Yeah. A quick look at the headlight, I couldn't see any cracks in it. Took the top bit out, that's got a seal on it, and that looks like it's had a part on it because it's got a sticker. So I took that bit out. I was actually away when the lads did that. So, because I wanted to look at it myself. So, and obviously I came back and they were all excited about the splitter, so they put it all back together. So I didn't get a full look at the headlight. But what I did say to you just before this is obviously body shop's taking the bumper off. If they take it off and just check the seals, if there's a seal missing, just put a seal in it. The only reason that's going to steam up like that is if it's got a hole in it or a seal missing or something.
Yeah, so of course.
It's something really minor.
Yeah, it just looks so bad, doesn't it?
It does, but when they take the bumper off, it's just a couple of screws. The headlight come out, and then they can just. We took that out at the top, and it just dried out straight away. Okay. So with that out, it dries out, but obviously you can't drive around with the part of the headlight out.
Of course.
So, okay. So obviously, what's happening is it can't It's either it's getting water in it from washing or raining, then it's just not drying out. So,
Okay, that's fine.
but they'll be able to see that.
We'll get that sorted at the body
shops
shop.
They're mega at that sort of thing. So
Yeah.
who's going to do the bodywork?
Do you know what? I don't actually know yet, but it's going to be happening all in this video as well. We're going to get everything wrapped up, get the car 100% by the end of this video.
Yeah, so we've got the bonnet to shut and open a bit better, but obviously that's when they take it all to bits, they're going to want to just adjust that to how they want.
Yeah.
But it also it opens and all that malarkey now a bit better than it did.
So you've obviously driven it, yeah?
I have.
Yeah.
It's good. It's fun.
Is it really?
I might have had a little race with someone as well.
Did you?
I nearly binned it as well.
Imagine you binned it.
It's got rolling launch. So you hold the little cruise control button up to the first click, and then you go flat down and let it go. Anyway, up tyres were cold, this, that, and the other, and there's a guy in a M140iX, which is a 4-wheel drive, 650 brake thing that was done around the corner with Dyno.
Oh, okay.
And it's a left-hand drive car. I think they're from Slovakia or somewhere. And they were like, race. So
obviously he did.
I did that. I nearly binned it. So I was like,
no way.
Yeah,
That would have made.
We was tuning it and logging it at the same time, and then it all just got a bit silly. I did ring you and tell you. I know. I just nearly binned it. So anyway, still in one piece. So we did that. I had new rear pads as well, because the rear pads were down to next to nothing. Yeah. Checked over everything else. All seems good. I know it's all. We serviced it with oil. Yeah. I know it's had new plugs already, hasn't it? So the other guy had done all that. So because all the pipe work, everything looks quite nice.
Oh yeah, that's good.
So whoever did that and the turbos, I think from what I can see, look like they've done a nice job.
Oh, that's good to know.
Because normally they have leaks and stuff, but I couldn't see anything untoward. So I know people might not think great things about him, but whoever did the work seems to
credit to them.
Yeah,
wicked.
Yeah, so I've not seen anything particularly bad.
That's good to know. So, it's got some nice parts in it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, so that seems all good. And gear knob. Oh, the rear lights. So the rear REM module in the back, which is for your rear lights, it had an issue. So we put the car on ISTA, which is the BMW computer, and it instantly come up with replace engine ECU. Because it wouldn't let me code or do anything because the tune that's in the engine ECU from that particular company, Easter doesn't recognise it. It changes a load of code and stuff. Yeah. So what happens there is it won't allow me to update the REM module. Okay. So I had to take the tune off, which meant taking the ECU off, all sorts of stuff.
Oh, really?
And, and basically putting brand new software in the ECU. Took about 3 hours of faffing about. Managed to sort it, and then update the REM module, and all the lights work now. So update the software because it had a software update available on ISTA for it. So that actually solved. I've never seen the rear light issue that had personally. I'm sure other people have, but it fixed it. So all those lights flashing and messing about, that was fixed with
that's all sorted.
Software update.
So remember it used to blink fast, didn't it?
Yeah, that's all fixed now. And then obviously we then had to redo, and on the suspension it had the arm the other way, which was for the up and down line.
Oh yeah, we did that. Yeah, of course. Yeah,
so that was fixed on that, but that wasn't to do with the rear indicator issue. So, and then we've tuned it again. We've used boot mod again. Okay. So
really?
The reason we've used boot mod again is purely because if somebody wants to have the license transferred to the winner, they can transfer it. Okay. They can then pay about another $100, whatever the transfer fee is, another $100. They can then buy the 98 run tune and go there. We can adapt boot mod anyway, and tune it different ways, but it made sense for this car to do it that way, and it would then enable, because if somebody wins it in Scotland, they're not going to come down to me to have a tweak done or anything.
Nah, of course they're not.
But they don't have to do that now. So that's the reason why I've done it that way. So
that makes sense.
Because it's a giveaway car, and if it was someone that was a local customer, I probably wouldn't have done that. Yeah. But I've done it that way, so it gives the ability to the winner to be able to
perfect. I think that's
transfer the license, pay the fee, do this, do that, or just leave it with it in as it is. Doesn't have to do that. No, But they've got the ability to be able to do that. So, okay. Because it's quite good like that. So. So that's done. I've XHP tuned the gearbox because the gearbox was locked. When I did that, obviously people already said in the comments, which I already knew, if you go on XHP, it tells you the mileage, blah, blah, blah. The mileage in the gearbox is 31,000 miles.
And what's the mileage on the dash?
35. So I'm sorry, but either it's had a new gearbox in or the dash is wrong and it's done less miles than it says.
Oh my God.
Has it had a new dash cluster?
It might well have done.
Mileage? Oh, I don't know. So this.
The plot thickens.
It does. I also said about the seat, because that was mentioned in the comments. You know, because we don't know what happened to it. Somebody put the window through and nicked the seats, and someone's bought a pair of second-hand seats. Has he gone over a little curb, seat airbag's gone off, so they've put a seat in it. There's a million different things it could be, and that would account for the seat. Or has the person that was driving the vehicle wearing a Moschino belt or something with all the letters on and been tearing the seats again and has been getting in and out of the car 1,000. There's a million different reasons that seat could be like that.
But there's nothing, as far as you're concerned, we've done Car Vertical, we've done Carly, you've done all your own software checks, and there's nothing.
The gearbox, and when I said that, I was sitting there like, yes,
this is going to be
it's going to make such a good video.
Because you rang me up and you said,
I was like,
Cal, guess the mileage.
Some really bad news about your mileage. Oh no, what is it? I said, it's done less miles in the box. So I don't know, unless it's changeable with a tool that I don't know about. You know, I don't know everything.
No.
So, but what I do know is when you go in, I sent you a photograph of it, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. So, well, I was going to say, you're not a pro at clocking cars, that's for sure. So
I wouldn't know where to start, mate. What I'll do, I'll get the picture up now so you can put it on the video if you've got enough time. Let's have a quick look. There's your chassis number, and then it's 31,032 kilometres. So that's even less then.
It's even less, isn't it?
Yeah, so that's like
that
20,000
confuses
miles.
the situation even more.
So that actually ties up with the other mileage.
How strange.
That it's not done 15k suddenly. It actually ties up with the original mileage that it's done less miles. So I just don't know. I don't know unless the mileage blocker that somebody could have fitted would then block the mileage to the. But I just don't know how it works, mate. So
Fair enough.
It's so if it's had a mileage blocker on, was that blocking the gearbox? If it hasn't had one on, has it had a new gearbox in it with a new mechatronics that's been coded in? You know,
either way, like it's it's what these videos are all about. It just
I'd love to know, you know.
Yeah, it would be good to know.
Someone was like, do you know what? I'll fess up. Yeah, I had a new box in it, or a dash cluster, or it'd be great to know.
It would be good to know. Someone watching this will know. This car's had so much exposure that I'll guarantee every owner of this car knows it is currently on YouTube.
Yeah, it'd be great.
It would be good to know.
It is what it is.
We'll see. We'll see. So the big question is, what power is it now running?
Pretty much nearly 6. So like 596 to 6. So I'm going to dyno it now. So because I was dynoing it earlier, so we tuned it all on the road to where I wanted it safe on the road, and then I thought I'll just dyno it, whatever it makes, it makes. So earlier on we did, but it was hot, so I wanted to let it cool down.
Yeah.
So we did 596.55, which because you've got ISO, British standards, and everything, is actually 599.7 horsepower.
Oh right.
So that's why I wanted to let it cool down, because that's what it actually made, 599.7.
Yeah.
And then because of air correction factors and temps and things like that, I wanted to let everything cool down and then run it again and just see if we could blip over that 600. Because obviously the car, I was checking and logging. I did about 6 to 8 runs. Tyres get warm, things like that. So I thought, what I'll do, let it cool down. So it's been a couple of hours now, I think. Still.
Yeah. So the goal right now is going to do another dyno run.
We're going to do 2 or 3 runs and then see if we can break the 600 mark. That's what I wanted to do. So I know the guy had it before, he said it was like 650, but he never dynoed it. If you put the 98 on tuning and everything else, you could possibly get up to that sort of mark potentially.
Yeah.
With this setup. I think it's probably more of a 620, 630 brake car. Maybe with some octane booster on a 99 run tune, it might make 650.
Okay.
So, but again,
for the purpose that we're doing it.
Plus, what I did do as well, the fuel when it's relatively old, I've also put fresh fuel in since we dynoed it.
Oh, really? Okay.
So I wanted to tune it so that it was just super safe. So so we were having little bits of activity every now and again on a knock. So on these as well, it's quite important to put the spark plug a certain way. So the way the electrode points as to the fuel injector, if you don't do that, that can cause knock in the cylinder. That's known by most tuners, not known by some, but that's on a DI car, because the fuel sprays directly in the cylinder. That's really important to get that done as well. So there's things like that can cause it, but that's all been checked. So yeah, hopefully we'll let it warm up now, Dyno.
Yeah, we'll do the dyno.
And if it makes 550, then I'm going to look like a right prat, aren't I?
Yeah, you are, mate.
Probably.
But I'm confident, mate. You're going to do it.
I hope so.
Over 600. So, Will,
Done.
The golden number was 600. We didn't just hit 600, did we?
We smashed it with 1.52 extra horsepower. And that was actually the second run. I just did a quick run and then I did a, because you want to get a bit of heat in the exhaust housing because heat makes energy in the turbo. So once you've done that, and then 601, 609 pounds-feet.
Nice.
Yeah, actually made 604.3. But because the correction factor minuses it off for the British standard, we always run it like that for temps on a day rather than just running actual horsepower. Because obviously you've got barometric pressure, humidity, temperature, it all takes into account.
Variations,
so,
yeah. Wicked. So the only question I've got for you now is roughly how much in total do you think we've spent on this car so far?
Got to be about $4 grand.
Really, is it $4 grand? Blimey. Another issue it had was the battery. There's quite a lot of issues related to the battery as well, wasn't there?
There was a fair few, mainly the fact that it wouldn't drive when you started it up. So that's all down to battery power, etc. These run a lithium ion battery. These cars, M3s, M4s.
And they're known to be expensive, aren't they?
They are. In America, it's $2,000 to put a battery in one of these at the dealer. So, long story short, this had an AGM battery in it, which he'd fitted or whatever, and he was having battery issues, and he said that on the video, didn't he?
Yeah.
So, incorrect battery, car doesn't know how to charge it, and there's an extra sensor on one end. Lithium-ion batteries, all the cells have to be exactly the same. They can't be up and down different amounts of charge like an AGM battery can. So, there's something apparently you can do where you can change the earth lead or do this or do that, and I looked into it to put an AGM battery in and recode it. I then spoke to two other people that I know, and they said don't do it.
Really?
Yeah, he said it won't work, we'll have loads of problems, this, that and the other. I was like, right, okay, because I thought, oh, it'd be cool if we could retrofit a normal battery in there like the F30 335Ds have, things like that. So, but unfortunately, when I spoke to a few people, they just said, look, just put the lithium-ion battery in, spend the money and just do it. So it's about 900 quid, including VAT, retail roughly for a brand new battery. Obviously we got you a bit of a discount on it, and we fitted that in, recoded it, because you have to recode it, tell it all the details of the battery, plugged it all back in, and then it's all in and
okay, wicked. So another 900 quid.
Yeah.
Okay, so the $4 grand total, does that include the £900 battery?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Because obviously you've then got wheels though, haven't you?
Yeah.
Splitter, probably. Wait, I don't know what. It's probably more than that.
It's probably more than $4 grand, isn't it?
Probably, but well, I think there's probably $2 grand in bits.
Yeah.
It's probably.
There's more than that, isn't there?
There's a couple of grand in bits. What was the carbon stuff retail? Do you know?
300 or 400 quid, I think.
I bet it'd be more than that, surely.
I can't remember.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, I can't remember what it was.
Wheels, two with the carbon bits then. $2 grand worth of bits. You got your boot mod license, XHP. It's another, well, it's not a grand, but it's another probably 800 quid. Then you've got, so what's that? 4, 5, and then yeah.
So we're over $5 grand.
Yeah, you will be. Yeah.
Plus what we're about to do with the bodywork as well. So it's a very cheap car, wasn't it?
Should have bought that burnt orange one that I sent you. That was
yeah,
mint.
maybe I should, but then we would have got no videos and everyone wouldn't be entertained.
Here's a mint car. Okay, bye.
Yeah, boring, no views. So yeah, it's made some great content, that's for sure.
Yeah, it has, and you know the car, and that other car that was mint wasn't 600 horsepower. It was bone stock and just a mint car.
Yeah,
which I would. Do you know what? If I was going to win a car, I'd rather win that now.
Yeah.
I don't care about the history on it. It drives nice now. It's super fast. Looks nice. Once the bodywork's done, great.
It's going to be a nice thing.
Because you're not buying it. Doesn't matter.
No.
If you're buying a car, you want to buy a mint car for yourself.
Yeah.
You don't want to buy a car that you've then got to have hassle to sell if you've bought it.
Yeah.
If you've got it given for free, doesn't matter what you sell it for, you're onto a winner.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how I look at it. But
yeah.
that's just purely my opinion.
Well, and I suppose ultimately, like I keep saying, content is what keeps the sort of the ball spinning.
Content pays for the channel, mate.
Yeah. Without the content, we don't get the cars. We don't get the revenue. Doesn't pay for the cars. Doesn't allow us to keep going. So we need as much dramatic, horrendous stories as we can possibly get. Head in hand, job done. Cool. So yeah, let's get it to the body shop and spend some more money on it. Yeah.
Do it.
So the choice of body shop to get the bodywork done was my friends at Autofocus in Milton Keynes, and the main reason for getting it to the body shop was to basically strip down, repaint and refit the front end correctly. When they stripped the front end, they noticed lots of things had been bodged, parts were broken and loads of the stuff just weren't put back together properly. The headlight went off to be repaired by a subscriber of the channel, Sam Walker. Thank you, Sam, for reaching out. And after everything had been painted, the guys at Autofocus put the front end back together, this time correctly.
And this is it. We are back at Vincar, back from Dubai as well. I just landed back a couple of days ago. This is the first bit of filming I've done since I've arrived, and the M4 is now finally complete. The phone is going. Hold on. Jerome? See that? Beep, beep, beep. Sorted. So, what was he saying? Phone call. Exciting part of being back in England is not the weather. It is the fact that my M4, I say my M4, one of your M4s, is now complete. It's looking amazing. We've just had it cleaned at Vincar. It is in the Planet Dreams / Calvin's Car Diary unit. I've not actually seen it clean yet, so let's cut to a nice cinematic scene of the car, revealing it to you wonderful people, and then I'm going to talk you through the remainder of the video, all right? Let's show you what it looks like. It looks like a completely different car, doesn't it? And the vision that I had for this car when it first came in was exactly the car that I've got in front of me right now. The motive for buying it originally was, I looked at it and thought, this is a low mileage BMW M4 competition. It's in Yasmarina blue. It had the wrong wheels on it, and I thought it needs saving. We need to save this car. That's what content's for. That's what the channel's for. I am a big BMW fan, as you lot know. I love BMW M4s. I've always wanted to get one on Planet Dreams, but they've just been kind of out of reach. Money-wise, it was an affordable way. I say affordable. It wasn't a seemingly affordable way to get an M4 on the platform, but it has cost a crazy amount of money to get it to a point that it's at today. So big shout out to Autofocus, by the way, for the bodywork, because Yasmarina blue is probably not the easiest colour to colour match. They've resprayed the whole front end. We've got, not just resprayed, realigned the whole front end as well, because it had been in an accident of some kind. We don't know the details, but it's all been repaired to a good standard now. So it's all looking straight, looking correct. Also, whilst we're at the front end, is before it had like an M3 badge with the number 3 just sort of ripped off on the grille there. And we kind of learned that you can't just buy an M3 badge. I don't know why. We probably could have done, but the old grills were just sort of chipped up a little bit. So we bought a brand new set of grills from BMW, and something that really annoyed me with this car is on the boot lid, the M4 competition badge was wrong. It'd been put on wrong. I don't know why, but we bought a brand new one of them as well and got that fitted correctly as well. VRS have obviously done all the stuff under the bonnet. Carbon Factory, I will link them in the description below. They supplied us with the carbon fibre front splitter. I know we've talked about a lot of this previously in the video. Big shout out also to Adam, subscriber to the channel, for sorting out the wheels. We bought a nice set of wheels for the car, the exact wheels that I wanted. Also to Jonathan, he's a subscriber to the channel. I mentioned him earlier as well. He sorted out the gear knob, just sent it out in the post just because he's just for love for the channel. And he's like, "How? I don't want nothing in return. Maybe a little bit of a thank you in the video." So there you go, Jonathan, you got your thank you. Thank you very much, we really appreciate that. Still with the carbon rear spoiler on it. It's obviously got straight through exhaust, it's stage 3. It's had a good valet, so it's looking fresh inside. The best mod of the lot is of course the hashtag on it stickers on the rear windows, available at calvinscardiary.com. The domain's over there on the wall. The total cost of all the work was probably around, I mean, I've only roughly added it all up, it was about £8,000. Then there's VAT on top of that, and then you've got to also consider that we've had lots of companies help us out. Like, people don't always do things for free, but we've had lots of help. The gear knob, the wheels, VRS with all the stuff under the bonnet. The car's now 600 brake horsepower. The bodywork, lots of things have been done at a discounted rate, but it still cost well over £8,000. And had I not had all of that help done, it would have cost in excess of £10,000. So we're kind of proving the point again that it fools the economy buying a car that needs loads of work, but it's great for content. I could have just gone out and spent like whatever, 25 grand and bought a nice clean M4 competition like Will mentioned earlier in the video, but That'd be boring, wouldn't it? But either way, it's made a good story, isn't it? And it's going to be one of yours next Friday. I'm going to be announcing the winner live on Planet of Dreams on the Instagram account. If you don't follow that Instagram account, I will link that in the description below as well. planetofdreams.co.uk at 3 p.m. You can enter for free, providing you're a subscriber of the channel. If you're not a subscriber of the channel, don't enter, all right? You are not welcome to enter. But if you haven't yet subscribed and you want to get an entry for this, hit subscribe first, go over to the website, planetofdreams.co.uk, get your free entry, and you never know, it could be yours next Friday. If you win it and you don't want it and you'd rather have money, I'll buy it back off you, all right? Simple, very, very simple. Get to the website, get on it. I'll link everyone mentioned in the description below. I don't think there's anything else I need to say other than thank you to you lot. It's been a pleasurable experience getting this car done and filming it and doing all the content on it. Hit like if you liked the video, hit subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.